folks, whether you like it or not, FAQOV is back with a vengeance. You're probably clicking off of this video right now, and I don't blame you. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of FAQOV with your host, Phil Freeman, where I answer all of your questions having to do with singing and speaking and using your voice in a happy and healthy way. It's been a while since I've done one of these because I've been a little busy. I'm the lead singer of the band Small Town Titans, and we've been doing some stuff. This year, I'm going to be making a more consistent effort to be consistent. I'm not going to make promises that I cannot keep. However, I'm going to be making a commitment to be on here more often because I see a need that I would like to address, which is the need for excellent communication skills, and not only that, to learn about the instrument that's responsible for that communication, which is our voices. So that is why I'm here. I also am a competing performer. Essentially, if you think of a personal trainer that also competes in whatever power lifts or bodybuilding or whatever it might be, I do the same thing, only that it's not necessarily a competition. It's concerts, it's shows, it's putting this stuff to the test, the stuff that I have learned and the stuff that I teach. And so far, so good. It's been really, really beneficial and very rewarding for me. I want other people to have the same magic in their lives, whether they apply it to singing or whether they apply it to everyday life and their speaking voice. That is what I want to address on today's FAQOV, which is short for frequently asked questions on voice. A lot of people think that your speaking voice and your singing voice are different. Yes, there are times where your singing voice is going to sound different than your speaking voice. However, the same techniques that you use to sing should apply also to your speaking voice. For example, speaking from the source of the voice, making sure that the source of the voice is coming from here rather than centering it here in the larynx, because there's so much more to the voice than just what's happening right here. It's incredibly important to make that distinction because there's so much more to the instrument, just like there's so much more to a guitar than the guitar strings, and so much more to a saxophone than the saxophone reed, and so much more to a brass instrument than the mouthpiece. All of those elements are important pieces of the instrument's puzzle. And believe it or not, if you do that with your speaking voice, that is going to benefit your singing voice. Because then you can depend upon your voice to do a whole bunch of things. Sales calls, public speaking, doing a podcast, whatever it might be. All those things that you're doing with your voice depends on the quality of the instrument that's producing it. The more that we can think about using our voices in a proper way while speaking as well as singing, the higher the chance that you are going to be ready to go as far as singing and speaking is concerned whenever. You're going to need a very small warm-up, let alone a warm-up at all, because you've already warmed up throughout the day because you're already practicing that through your speaking voice. You can get hours and hours of proper warm-up just because you're speaking properly throughout the day. Then when you go to sing, you're already warmed up because you've been applying those tools to your speaking voice all day. There's still plenty of use and advantage to warming up before you do a gig or warming up during a practice session or a lesson, but you can also apply this to your speaking voice, and I strongly encourage that you do and not separate the two, because you cannot separate your instrument. Your instrument is here. You live with it every single day. You can access it immediately. The difference is in how you use that, but the fundamentals are the same. Hope that makes sense. Hope that answers any questions that you might have about that. If you want to find out more about what I do, check out the cards that are in the links up above and in the description of the video. Also, right now, I'm in the middle of releasing my entire 2.5-hour vocal and singing fundamentals course, the Vocal Blueprint, here on YouTube for free. Check that out. I'm putting that in the link right now. It's going to be up in the card and also down in the description below. If you have any further questions about singing or speaking, address them in the comments below. Like this video if you found it useful. Subscribe to the channel and make sure that you hit that notification bell, because a lot of things can get lost in the mix. And if you don't have that notification bell set to all videos from the channel, you might miss something that could be a little bit life-changing for you. So I encourage you to do that. Also check out my band Small Town Titans, because we're always up to a bunch of stuff. I'm going to put that in the card as well. And I appreciate you watching this video. I hope you found it useful and you found value in it, and I did not waste your time. Always remember, practice makes progress. And with that, you can go and find your voice. Take care until the next episode of FAQOV. Okay, I'm done.